Hello students, today we are going to discuss a very important topic that is called Zeeman effect. So let us discuss the definition. Zeeman effect is simply the splitting of spectral lines into number of components in the presence of magnetic field. So let us understand the definition. Let us consider the first case when there is no magnetic field applied to the atom. When atom is excited and de-excites, it gives a single spectral line when there is no magnetic field applied. But in the presence of magnetic field, the excited atom de-excites by giving the number of spectral lines. This is called Zeeman effect. Let us repeat, in the absence of magnetic field, there is only single line. But in the presence of magnetic field, there are more than one lines. It may be three or more than three lines. When exactly three lines are present, it is called normal Zeeman effect. We will discuss. When more than three lines are present, it is called anomalous Zeeman effect. So basically, when very strong magnetic field is applied, we get only three lines. When weak magnetic field is applied, we will get more than three lines. So let us discuss the first effect, normal Zeeman effect. So this is the condition for the occurrence of normal Zeeman effect. This effect occurs for those atoms for which capital S value is 0. So for capital S value 0, we have J is equal to L plus S. If S is 0, then J will become equal to L. So this is the condition for the occurrence of normal Zeeman effect. The component lines are 3, but when we view parallel to the magnetic field, the original line will be absent and we will get only 2 lines. But actually the 3 lines are present in the normal Zeeman effect. So let us discuss what happens in the normal Zeeman effect. We already know that under the application of magnetic field, the total energy of the atom changes. Why does it change? Here is the picture. We know that the orbital angular momentum has dipole moment mu l. It has two poles of equal and opposite nature. When this type of dipole is placed in magnetic field, this field affects the dipole and the opposite poles are rotated according to the direction of field in opposite directions, and as a result the torque is applied on this dipole and this dipole tries to rotate itself towards the direction of field. We know that torque is equal to dipole moment cross B. This means to say the vector product of the torque will be equal to mu L cross B. According to this formula, we can find out the value of torque, and by applying the torque value, we can find out the value of energy of the atom. The modified energy will be equal to E is equal to E naught plus ml mu B into B. The derivation is already given in the books, so no need to explain here. E naught is the energy of the atom in the absence of magnetic field, but when the magnetic field is applied, the energy will be modified to this equation. Accordingly, the frequency will change according to this formula. D mu is equal to plus minus E B upon 4 pi n. If we apply mu is equal to C by lambda, take the derivative, d nu is equal to minus C by lambda square d lambda, we can get the value of d lambda, which is called Zeeman shift. This type of formula is used in numerical problems which can be asked in your examinations. So here we have already explained in the previous lectures that ml is the magnetic orbital quantum number. If you want to understand the value of ml in more details, you can find in our quantum mechanics lecture of quantum numbers. This is the Bohr magneton and this is the applied magnetic field. So let us discuss the Zeeman effect according to these conditions. So we have written the two formulas here. E is equal to E naught plus ml mu B, change in energy, and change in frequency is written here. Now, let us suppose that initial energy of the atom when it is in the excited state is given by this. I means initial, and when it gets de-excited to give the spectral line, the final energy becomes EF, which is given by this formula. Now, the difference of both the energies will give you the value of frequency, which is equal to mu is equal to EI minus EF upon H. If I put the value of EI from here and EF from here, I will get this type of equation. So this value is clubbed to give the original frequency mu naught in the absence of magnetic field, and this value gives the change in orbital magnetic quantum number delta mn. So from here we can use the value of mu b is equal to EH cut upon 2m, and after solving we get this value. We can put EB by 4 pi m equal to delta nu. So this is the value of final frequency of the spectral line. So in order to find out the G-man splitting spectral lines, we have selection rules according to quantum mechanics. Delta ml is equal to 0 plus minus 1. If I put delta ml is equal to plus 1 in this formula, I will get this value. Mu 1 is equal to mu naught plus EB upon 4 pi m. If I apply delta ml is equal to 0, we will get second frequency, which is equal to original frequency in the absence of magnetic field. And if I put the delta ml is equal to minus 1, we will get the third frequency, that is mu naught minus EB upon 4 pi m. So now let us take the example for the transition from here. The atom will de-excite to give a single spectral line, no magnetic field. But when the magnetic field is applied, these lines will be split into number of lines according to this selection rule. Delta ml is equal to 0 plus minus 1. Let us see. We know that for L is equal to 2, we have ml values according to this formula. ml is equal to minus L2 plus L, that is it has 2L plus 1 values. This formula is explained in the lecture of quantum numbers. So from here we can find the values of ml. So you see, we have splitted the L values into ml values, and the ml values are given by plus 2, plus 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2 for the case of L is equal to 2, and for the case of L is equal to 1 we have plus 1, 0, minus 1 according to this formula. For L is equal to 2 we have 5 ml values, for L is equal to 1 we have 3 ml values according to this formula. Now we have to draw the spectral lines according to this very important selection rule. First of all, we will apply delta ml is equal to plus 1. It means to say when the atom de-excites from upper state to lower state, the difference of ml value should be equal to plus 1, and that occurs for ml. If we take initial value of ml is equal to 2, final value ml is equal to 1, then delta ml is equal to 2 minus 1 is equal to plus 1. For this, we have one spectral line like this. Similar lines occur for transitions from ml is equal to 1 to ml is equal to 0 and ml is equal to 0 to ml is equal to minus 1. for all these three lines we have delta ML is equal to plus 1. Now we will consider the second frequency for which the delta ML is equal to 0. 0 is a simple case. 1 minus 1 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 1 minus minus 1 is 0. So again we have three lines, 1 to 1, 0 to 0, minus 1 to minus 1. For this we have delta ML is equal to 0. Now we will apply third frequency mu 3 for which delta ML is equal to minus 1. Minus means initial minus final should be equal to minus 1. For this we can consider 0 if we take initial ML 0, final ML plus 1, then delta ML will 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 1. So here we have 0 to plus 1. Again from minus 1 to 0, from minus 1 to 0 we have delta ML is equal to minus 1, and from minus 2 to minus 1 we have delta ML is equal to minus 1. We can consider these values, the calculations here. From 0 to 1, 0 minus 1 minus 1, from minus 1 to 0, minus 1 to 0 we minus 1, from minus 2 to minus 1, minus 2 minus minus 1 we have minus 2 plus 1 equal to minus 1. So look at the difference here. In the absence of magnetic field we have only one line. In the presence of magnetic field we have 1, 2, 3 lines, for which here the frequency is mu 1, mu 2, mu 3. So according to these selection rules we can split any of the transitions into normal G-man spectral